Secrets, Shadows, and Shattered Vows, the Jeremy Vuolo revelation. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. For years, the Duggar family, made famous by their conservative values, mega-sized family and reality TV series 19 Kids and Counting, have remained in the public eye for better or worse. The world watched as Jinger Duggar, the sixth daughter in the Duggar clan, married Jeremy Vuolo, a former professional soccer player turned pastor, in a lavish, highly publicized ceremony in 2016. Their relationship had long been viewed as one of the more modern Duggar unions, filled with travel, coffee dates, jeans, yes jeans, and an Instagram-perfect lifestyle. But beneath the filtered photos and Bible verses, a storm had been brewing. Now, in the summer of 2025, the truth has surfaced. And it's bigger than anyone imagined. Perfect facade. For nearly a decade, Jinger and Jeremy curated a perfect Christian couple aesthetic. Their move from rural Arkansas to Laredo, Texas, and later to Los Angeles was seen as a symbolic break from Duggar family restrictions. In LA, they mingled with celebrities, attended church conferences, and even co-authored books about their faith journey. Fans praised them for embracing freedom while still honoring their beliefs. Jinger wore pants, dyed her hair, and openly questioned some of her upbringing's strictest rules. Jeremy, always seen in designer streetwear or tailored blazers, had become something of a Christian influencer in his own right, but while their social media radiated joy and growth, cracks were forming behind the scenes. The shadow of a secret IT started with subtle signs. In 2023, fans noticed Jeremy was appearing less frequently in Jinger's posts. He skipped a few Duggar family reunions. Jinger, who used to gush about "my handsome hubby," had become more muted. Then came the cryptic Instagram stories, black and white quotes about betrayal, healing, and trust. Some brushed it off as promotional content for her upcoming podcast. But insiders knew better. According to a close friend who wishes to remain anonymous, Jinger had been grappling with suspicions for over a year. She always had a gut feeling something wasn't right, the friend revealed. He was distant, emotionally unavailable. There were whispers of a Bible study group Jeremy led, but the details didn't quite add up. Her name was Elisa. In March 2024, everything changed. Jinger stumbled across a series of encrypted emails on Jeremy's tablet. First, they seemed innocent prayers, theological debates, discussions about ministry, but then came the photos. Her name was Elise Hartwell, a theology student from Oregon who had joined Jeremy's digital mentorship program during the pandemic. Brilliant, outspoken, and deeply religious, Elise had challenged Jeremy's views during a group Zoom. He was impressed. He offered one-on-one mentorship. What began as academic conversations soon evolved into something far more intimate. Elise wasn't a side chick, said one source. She believed she was the one. Jeremy told her he was in a strained marriage, emotionally abandoned, misunderstood. He painted himself as a victim of Duggar drama. Over the course of 2 years, Jeremy and Elise maintained a secret relationship. They met in conferences across the country, often under the guise of ministry. They exchanged letters, voice memos, and yes, even talked about marriage. Jinger's breaking point by late 2024, Jinger could no longer deny the truth. Armed with evidence, she confronted Jeremy. The conversation, according to her memoir draft obtained by insiders, was explosive. He didn't deny it, Jinger writes, but he minimized it. Said it was just emotional. Just companionship. That nothing physical happened. But betrayal doesn't have to be physical to break a heart. Jinger, known for her quiet strength, took time to process. She reached out to counselors, pastors, and her siblings. While some Duggar family members urged her to stay and forgive, others like Jill and Jessa offered unwavering support if she chose to leave. In early 2025, Jinger filed for a legal separation. The news, at first kept private, was about to become very, very public. The leak. It happened in June 2025. A leaked email thread between Jeremy and Elise was published anonymously on a gossip blog specializing in Christian celebrity culture. Screenshots showed them planning a life beyond the spotlight, discussing potential locations to start fresh, including Colorado Springs and Nashville. One line from Jeremy sent shockwaves. "I never felt like I could be me with Jinger. With you, I feel alive again. I'm not just a Duggar-in-law. I'm a man with dreams." fans were outraged. Comments poured in on Jinger's social media. Many rallied behind her, praising her grace under pressure. Others criticized Jeremy for emotional manipulation and spiritual hypocrisy. The Duggar family, typically silent on scandals, released a rare statement: "We are heartbroken by the pain in Jinger's life. We trust God will bring healing. We support her, love her, and ask for privacy during this difficult time." Jeremy's confession. On July 1st, Jeremy uploaded a somber video titled "A Truth I Must Share." In it, he sat in a dimly lit room, eyes swollen. "I want to apologize to my wife, to my daughters, and to all those who looked up to me," he began. "I crossed lines I should never have crossed. Emotional affairs are still affairs. I was unfaithful. Not with my body but with my heart." He admitted to being spiritually arrogant, chasing affirmation, and putting personal desires above his marriage vows. He asked for forgiveness but did not confirm whether he and Elise were still in contact. Reactions were mixed. Some applauded his honesty. Others accused him of damage control. Life after Jeremy. Jinger officially filed for divorce on July 10, 2025. She moved into a modest townhouse in Pasadena with her two daughters Felicity and Evangeline. She began therapy and signed a deal to publish a raw, no-holds-barred memoir titled Out of the Shadows: A Life Unfiltered. Her podcast Unscripted with Jinger launched with a viral first episode where she detailed navigating heartbreak with faith, not fantasy. She was candid. "I believed in fairy tales. I believed love would fix everything. But love without truth is just illusion." Meanwhile, Elise Hartwell deleted all her social media accounts. Rumors swirled that she had moved abroad, possibly to Ireland, to escape the media frenzy. Duggar fallout. The Duggar family has always been tight-lipped during scandal, from Josh Duggar's criminal charges to internal feuds. But Jeremy's betrayal ignited new fissures. Jim Bob, ever the patriarch, was reportedly furious not just at Jeremy but at Jinger for going public. "You don't air family laundry," he allegedly said during a tense call. But Jinger, inspired by Jill Duggar's previous memoir, refused to be silenced. "Silence protects the wrong people," she said on Unscripted. "This isn't about revenge. It's about truth." Some siblings like Joanna and Joe have remained neutral. Others, especially Jill and Jessa, have publicly stood by Jinger. Redemption or repeat. As of July 2025, Jeremy Vuolo has stepped down from his pastoral duties. He's undergoing intensive spiritual counseling at a retreat center in Arizona. He has not confirmed any future plans but says he hopes to earn back trust not through words but through consistent action. Jinger, meanwhile, is thriving. Her book pre-orders broke records in the Christian non-fiction category. She's received offers from Netflix and Hulu for a docuseries. Most importantly, she's finally found peace. "I thought I lost everything," she said in a recent interview. "But I've gained something better: clarity, courage, and the freedom to be who God actually made me to be." Vlog. A new beginning. The story of Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo is one of love, betrayal, and ultimately liberation. For too long, women like Jinger have been told to stay silent, to sacrifice themselves at the altar of family image and spiritual expectations. But no more. She chose truth. She chose healing. She chose herself, and that, perhaps, is the real fairy tale. Disclaimer: this story is entirely fictional and created for entertainment purposes, inspired by public figures. No real events, actions, or statements are confirmed or claimed as fact. Jessa Duggar faces intense backlash for neglecting car seat safety with her 5 kids. Jessa Duggar has come under fire for her parenting decisions again. This time, it's because critics are concerned that she's not taking car safety all that seriously. On July 12, 2025, Jessa, who is pregnant with her 6th baby, shared some highlights from her family's trip to Fort Rock Family Camp in Arkansas. In a clip from the family's excursion, one of her children appeared to not be wearing a seatbelt. Critics slammed Jessa for not prioritizing safety. Though the clip only showed a brief moment from their car ride, eagle-eyed critics were quick to notice that Jessa's kids didn't appear to be buckled up safely. On Reddit, a critic shared a screenshot from Jessa's video and pointed out that Spurgeon9 looked like he was not in a booster with the seatbelt not aligned properly. In addition to that apparent safety concern, Henry VIII seemed to not be buckled or in a booster at all. Although some people noted that they could give Jessa a pass when it comes to Spurgeon, they were shocked by how Henry was seated in the car. "Henry is not buckled in at all, and that's obviously unsafe," one critic wrote. "I thought his overall strap was a seatbelt," another person called it horrifying. "This was my first thought when I saw this video too," a third critic added. "If they brake too hard, he's going flying. Poor kid." Some commenters genuinely wondered what Jessa was thinking. Does Jessa think that people nagging at her about not using car seats or using them improperly are just worrying over nothing? One of them questioned. Jessa also received some critical comments on Instagram. Jessa captioned her Instagram reel with 10 out of 10 recommend taking your whole gang to a family camp. "We had the best time at Fort Rock Family Camp. So many core memories made." Most of the comments on Jessa's reel were from people who thought her family's trip looked fun. At the same time, several people couldn't get past the questionable car ride. "Is that boy in the middle not strapped in?" one person wondered. Another critic simply reminded Jessa that seatbelts save lives. In a video shared on YouTube, Henry appeared to be wearing a seatbelt. It's unclear why he didn't seem to be wearing one in the Instagram clip. It's not the first time people have critiqued Jessa's parenting. When Jessa shared some photos from a different family excursion in November 2024, some fans noticed that Jessa's daughter Fern was barefoot at a public attraction. More recently, in May 2025, Jessa revealed that her son George was sleeping in a closet. Obviously, critics had opinions. "She has that little baby in a closet, in a playpen sleeping, and thinks it's okay," one person wrote on Reddit at the time, clearly disgusted. Jessa Duggar and husband Ben Seawald's family album with 5 kids, photos. Jessa Duggar and Ben Seawald wed in November 2014 and have been growing their family ever since. The couple announced their first pregnancy 5 months after their nuptials. "Ben and I are so excited to announce that we're expecting a baby." Jessa, one of Jim, Bob, and Michelle's Duggar's 19 children, wrote via Twitter in April 2015. Son Spurgeon arrived in November 2015, nearly 2 years before he became a big brother. Jessa and Seawald's second son, Henry, was born in February 2017. Their daughter Ivy followed in May 2019. 2 years later, the Counting on alums revealed that they had suffered a heartbreaking miscarriage. Rainbow baby Fern was born in July 2021, which was Jessa's first time giving birth in a hospital. Jessa and Seawald suffered another pregnancy loss in February 2023, nearly 7 months before they learned they were expecting another rainbow baby. Jessa gave birth to son George the following December.